Hello, everybody. Welcome back to TEW 2020, where we are at the start of a brand new era, a new Cverse save. I'll talk about at the very end of this video. I'll talk about the WWE save. I'm not canceling it. Don't worry. I'm announcing when the first episode is. Uh, the first episode back. I mean, I'm fucking stupid, but that note that F word because that's gonna be a key thing going forward. Uh, so sorry, I just had a lot of buildup in my chest. I had oxygen in my chest. Okay, I'm fucking stupid. Damn it, I did it again. But I'm only gonna count it when I'm on screen. But anyway, yeah, USPW. USPW. There's a couple reasons why I picked USPW. It was a toss up between this and FCW, Freedom Caribbean Wrestling, and I probably will do Freedom Caribbean Wrestling when I feel bored of of both the saves as like a very small save, but as Cverse doesn't get the love I think it deserves from the community. It's mostly the WWE stuff, and that's fine. But TV helps, so not having TV is kind of just another reason some people aren't just going to watch it. But that's absolutely fine as we can we can move forward. That'll be FCW might be a thing at some point, but now we're on USPW, and the main reason, like I said, is TV, and because no one's really done USPW in 2020. It's to give some backstory, we are the very largest company in the entire world at this point. We are number one. We are at large size. We're one away from Titanic. I don't think we're really gonna hit Titanic just because, India, we need a 77 in every region of the game world. Just because, I that's fair for Titanic. That's pretty nuts, and it makes sense. I always leave India on because I have a bunch of mods that give extra characters. I'm not sure we'll see any of them, and I'm not gonna distinguish. That'll just be a thing for another day. But there's some, like I said, mods, but it's whatever. Like some Cverse expansion stuff is what I'm trying to articulate, but I'm not good at that. But yeah, and just no one's done it is the main reason I guess I decided to do it, and I think it'll make for a fun save. I have some rules for myself, so that'll be fun. And it also is a very story heavy promotion. I'm gonna run through the rest of it. Let's just look at the product, just as an example. We're family friendly wrestling, and I left these things on. Normally they're not allowed unless they give me really big trouble. I'll turn them off. But fans will expect TV shows to be 70% matches, 30% angles. It's already pretty high for everything. Very easy on the workers. Matches less than 10 minutes will not be achieved world-class scores. This basically means, and not the lengthy matches, basically our matches, like a world title match, has to be between 10 to 15 minutes. That is insane. Angles also need to be short. I think 6 minutes is our go-to. This is gonna be an interesting tale that we're gonna be going down on. And I have turned owner goals on just to make things even harder. I absolutely just basically hate myself, which is what we're doing. But I am going to go through some rules that we go to. I'm going to go through the roster right now. I'm just going to scroll through, maybe to talk about some people. Alicia Strong is a good start. Alicia is, is it Alyssa or Alicia? I forget. I don't know why I doubted myself. She's the women's star of the women's division. The women's star of the women's division. Great job. She's like the best in the women's division. She is the daughter of Sam Strong, who's this universe's Hulk Hogan. And she was booked exactly like Hulk Hogan, more like John Cena, Hulk Hogan combined. She rarely suffered losses, as you can see here, and became a meme online. And despite her undoubted skill, a fairly large portion of the fans have turned against her. In this universe, however, USPW is actually smart and turned her heel for the first time. And now she is like the main heel. She's not the champion right now. Another heel champion is one of my favorite workers. It's also very good for Cverse to have a women's division. No disrespect to the SWF or TCW marks, but I love me some Cverse women. Some of the characters there are absolutely fun to book. We have our owner, Alan Packer. I use re-renders. If you don't like it, I can't think of a non-curse thing to say. But he's the owner. He bought it. He basically invented Google and Netflix at the same time. So that he has a lot of money. As you could see, we have 50,000 to start, and we made 57,000 the first day. So money is not really an issue. Amelia Fairchild, women's jobber, Andre Jones, Anthony Trask. A good amount of jobbers. Atlas has been around for a bit. Bash Street, Wanda Fish. I will refuse to call her Belly Braden, but I won't change the name, and I'll try on this. Brock Cornish, Bulldozer Brandon Smith. I think I'm going to give him his gimmick change to the American Patriot. I don't know why he's not running it in USPW. That just seems fair. You'll see it when it happens if it does. Road agent Casey Valentine, you notice the ages. We've hit some decent ages, but it's gonna go downhill. The best, Charlie Thatcher, Cooper Christie, Corporal Doom, another road agent, DC Rain, Danny Gillespie. He was a former owner, now he's a announcer. He was announcer for SWF, I believe. Eddie Howard, just the naturals in a DC Rain. Elizabeth, I can't even. I'm too tired and I got stuff to do later, so I can't be bothered pronouncing it. Emily McQueen, another announcer. Enigma, who's Enigma, 44 years old. My God, he's like Rey Mysterio without the fun. Faith McGee, odd choice to be in, yes, but it's still a very fun character. Funky Fedora. Glorious Gloria, Gorgon, a lot of big women in the heel department. Grandmaster Funk, who's probably the oddest choice. Greg Black, again, 42, 39. Jacksonville, Jack Jackson, who, Jacob Jett. Jamie Quinn, who is our current women's champion and is awesome. Jacob Jett is also one half of the tag team champions. I'm not gonna run through titles. I'll run through titles. Why not? Jamie Quinn is, like I said, she's doing like a social media gimmick because she really is obsessed with it, apparently, according to the game, and I believe she has the trait for that as well. But she's our women's champion, so like the second biggest thing in the women's division in terms of heels. James Justice, who's 49. Jillian Jarvis, and kind of low on the card there. Josh Thompson, who's he's no spring chicken, but he's probably the best worker we got right now. Just in practice of playing this before, he's gonna be good. Juliet King, Julius Moore, the other half of the tag team champions. Jumbo Jackson, who's 44 years old. Killer Cass, Kirk Jameson, who not a spring chicken, but he can do us some good. Crusher Karloff. Oh my God, the red. What is it? The Cold Warriors. Oh my God. Leaf LeBomb. Lionel Greenwood, Malik Chamberlain, Marcus English. They're both on the tag team. I can never. I used to know how to pronounce her name. She's Puerto Rican. I gotta represent Puerto Ricos. But Vega, I don't know why. I'm just tired and need to go to bed. Melody, Mick Muscles, Miss America Pit, Mick Muscles. I just had a sigh. Sorry. I apologize to Miss American Pie, who's actually pretty good. Missy Masterson, also pretty good. Most of the women are pretty good to great range. Our men's division is a little different. Morgan Malone, Nikki Champion, the star of the company, the biggest star in the United States at this point. At least for us, I don't think anyone's big. Rocky Golden might be. Uh, he might just be Pariah, who's interesting. Pariah was one of the basically he's part of Operation Lullaby that killed Richard Eisen's not company but his ruling in the company. She chose to stick around, and that became a lone wolf gimmick in order to stick it to the SWF, which is very odd. USPW doesn't have gimmicks that stick it up. I'll go into my headcanon in a second because it focuses more on the owner goals. I forget who is this. Oh yeah, was this Don? Who was this? I cannot remember. She's married to. Oh, she manages. I can't remember who this is. Was she? I can't remember. I don't know why. Petar Novak. Ooh, oh my god. I think he's like almost like worse, or just as bad as Crusher Karloff somehow. Although depending on if the RNG come fuck gods don't save us, he probably won't be doing anything. If they are in our favor, he could be doing something. We have Raja, who's, I don't know why he's in this company. He's basically there. He gets paid a lot of money. Good for him. 42, my God. Raven Robinson, she's on her way out in the women's division, and she's managing Trent Schaefer, I'm sorry. Regular Joe, who's a jobber. We have Rich Money, who's our world champion, and that is us. This is our character. I wanted to do the booker. So a little unfair considering he's the booker and, is that, but I wanted to keep in touch. And Rich Money seems like, in terms of like how he is, I feel like he's kind of the guy that would he would take the pinfall. It's like, he's not a bad person. He's got the gimmick, but nothing about his personality. Actually, let me check what his skills are. Highly strung. His react strongly to events. Positive, negative. Yeah, he's not like a guy who's like gonna be like, oh, I'm keeping the belt for myself, brother. Rick Law, who's 37, but he's still he's probably also he's very good. He's like, I would consider him not a great workhorse compared to Josh Thompson, but he's definitely in the good proceedings referees. Roger Cage, our current USPW national champion. I forgot if I said Rich Money was the world champion, but we have Running Wolf, who's gone a long way. He's probably positioned to be kind of like a successor almost to Nikki Champion. Although Nikki he's not, how old is Nikki? 35. He's definitely not close to retiring, which is good. Sarah Marie York. I hate the names. Just as Sarah Marie. It should be. They should have went with the Miss Sarah gimmick, but all things in due time. Valhalla. I'm not saying his first name. The Tonga Death Machine. A very weird choice. I guess it makes sense for the foreign heel type thing. Sterling Whitlock, who is he's kind of positioned as Rich Money's on-screen protege. And his got him over. That's good. We have Steve Fraley, the Dark Destroyer, and he is one of the major heels in the company besides Rich Money. He's very good at his job, so that's very good. He did defect from the SWF in the Black Friday Wednesday betrayal. Sweet Danny Adams, the Force, who's the Force. Tiffany Jade, very good. Trent Schaefer, who's really good. T-Rex, who's old as sin. Turk Treneman, I think it's a Texas pun, like Cooper Christie. Tyson Bane, who's, oh my god. Wendy Anderson, and I think, last one is Zeus, formerly of the CGC variety. So that's our whole roster. Teams, here, I'm just going to scroll through these very quickly. You can pause to see them. I've already given them my thoughts on them. Storylines. Also, just, we have Bulldozer versus Schaefer. Hawkeye versus the Destroyer. Very big feud. It's gone on a couple different times. Neil, these are all things that are going to be staying. I might add some more depending on how that all works. Pariah versus Jarvis. Money versus Wolf is the big one. Pariah versus Jarvis. Texas Express versus the Cold Warriors, and the Tram for a takeover is all of our stories currently going so far, with more to come. More to come. We have TV every Wednesday night on Dynamite, and all our events except for the Independence Day Slam are on Saturday. If you look, there's not really. I'll kind of talk about the events as they happen. I'll create little gimmicks for them, as I think most, if not all, events will have some sort of like gimmick, because it's a family-friendly 80s wrestling show, and that's how that works, definitely, brother. But I think the last thing we'll go to is the owner goals. So these are all the owner goals we got. There's a lot of them. When time expires, USPW must not have fallen below number 1 in the company rankings. Financial balance must not be below $10 million at any point. Nikki Champion must be kept above 83 overall pop in the United States. You cannot hire anybody who already works for a company of medium size or below. I'll talk about this one. Steve Fraley must be kept 77 overall. You can't hire any wrestlers class having technical style, a striker style, or a luchador style. Now this one, 64 mocked the last time I got it. I believe this is a set kind of goal. That, or I'm just really lucky, because I've gotten it a couple times now. But basically, why I like this goal. I like this goal as much as I would like to steal all the talent and roleplay like that. It's better for roleplay because, as you could see at this last bit, with the network's financial Riviere, the network we're on, financial muscle and enormous viewership behind them, USPW could become the biggest wrestling company on the planet. Although the regular poaching of talent has turned some wrestling fans against them. I believe, like, especially considering that Alicia's strong thing, we're like WWE in the 80s, but we listen to fans more. So we see that, and basically how I roleplay this is that Alan Packer has come to me and he has said, all right, look, we can't take talent anymore or the fans are going to keep turning on us. So we need to make do with what we got, or hire absolutely unknowns and get them to a point. So I am going to shortlist people. If somebody, let's say someone's fired on their free game, I'm going after them. The contract, if it really runs out, I'm totally down for that. But I'm most likely just working with the roster that I have, as well as, any kind of indie guy that I sign, but I won't sign too many. Like I said, I like this a lot. It's more of a roleplay aspect. We're working with what we got, all that good stuff. And I think the last thing I want to mention before this is, I know this has been a lot. Introduction episodes are always the hardest to do for me, because to me they're just kind of boring. Well, the second to last thing, I'll talk about WWE in a second, is rules for myself. There's a couple rules that have been posed to me, because this whole another kind of reason why I picked USPW is that we did a little thing in the Discord where we all had Cverse companies, and the person playing was Ben from the ECW save. The 4-brand save that unfortunately is no longer going on. Just for time, I forget. If you don't know that, 64 talks about it. It was just scheduling stuff. It was a pain, and but it was fun while it lasted. Very, very fun from all 3 other people who were great bookers. I was crap. But one of the rules that have been posed on him, I follow. But the one thing is, as you saw, I hate the name Jack Jackson. I want to beat whoever made the name Jack Jackson. I love the render. I just hate that it's Jack Jackson. I'm not allowed to change that no matter what, so we got to work with Jack Jackson. But as you know, I love to swear. My favorite 4-letter word is the F word. I'm not doing this because I actually care. It's a fun gimmick, though, because we're so friendly. I have been told by Alan Packer that I am not allowed to swear during the episodes. If I do slip one out, it's getting censored with WoW. I'm not editing it in. You've seen it on the ECW episodes, probably. Or NXT, no matter which one. Although I think it was only in the ECW ones. or I will just restart the segment and cause more editing for myself, so it gives me a good reason not to swear, and it's fun. I am very excited for this save. It's not gonna be the same as the WWE save, but I think it'll be just as fun with fun stories on its own. So thank you for watching, and I have not forgot about the WWE save, because the WWE save should be uploaded as soon as this video is out. So if you click off that, you should check subscriptions. It should be there. Check my channel. It should be there. I thought it'd be a pleasant surprise to roll both of these out at the same time, as a little thank you for sticking around from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, and I will see you guys both in the next episode of USPW and the next episode of the WWE Save.